Now, from the only nightly local sports show in Arkansas, this is Arkansas Sports Nation on Z42. Sponsored by Wendy's and by St. Vincent Orthopedic Center.
TGIF, folks. Welcome to another Friday night edition of Arkansas Sports Nation, our favorite edition around here. And we're happy to send you into the weekend with the jam-packed sports show. Coming up tonight on ASN, we'll take you out to Hot Springs, where hundreds and hundreds of high school and college coaches from all around the state piled in one room to talk some football. We'll hear from a couple of the Hog coaches that swung through the Spa City in just a minute. Plus, back in studio tonight, good friend of the show, the Shooter. Pat Bradley is here. We're going to talk Hog hoops, UALR Trojans, and much more. Stay tuned for that. And of course, you're going to want to stay tuned for this.
Hello, anglers. I'm Big Sarge. Coming up, I have a great fishing forecast for you. And what's the new lures for 2013? Well, I'm here at Arkansas Rod and Reel to show you, so don't get up.
We will stay put, Big Sarge. But first, let's talk some Hogs. Last night, Coach Brett Bielema made a stop in the capital city for his very first signing day in the Rock. And in the press conference leading up to the event, he gave the media a little insight on how he involves his current players in the recruiting process. Take a look.
So what we do is we bring our kids into a room like this. We bring 6 or 7 kids up front, and if you can get kids to buy in around that, then you got a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Great statement there by Coach B. Now we want to hear from you. We've heard where the recruiting magazines rank them. We've heard what the coaching staff has to say about this class. Now it's your turn. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rank Coach Bielema's first recruiting class at Arkansas? Let us know what you think. Just head to our Facebook page, Arkansas Sports Nation. We'll take a look at a few of your comments a little later in the show. Now, there's one Hog fan out there that's known for making her opinion heard loud and clear, and she does it through song. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the latest from Liz Honey.
I would like to welcome Alex Collins and all of the recruits to the Arkansas Razorback football team. We're going to have a great season this year. Good job, Coach Bielema and staff. I can see clearly now.
I think that was one of her best. What do you guys think? That was pretty good. Well, a big event taking place down in Hot Springs today as the Spa City played host to the largest coaching clinic in the natural state. Over 500 high school and college football coaches packed in the Arlington Hotel for the 4th annual Ronnie Roach Clinic. This is a great opportunity for local coaches to network, talk some football, learn a little X's and O's. You can never learn too much of that. Also on hand at this year's clinic, several new members of the Razorback coaching staff.
Coaches Clinic they're a lot of fun for us because we get out and mingle with the high school coaches, share ideas, and see what's going on in other parts of the state.
Well, still ahead on Arkansas Sports Nation, we sit down with the one, the only, Pat Bradley. The Hogs are coming off one of their biggest wins in recent memory. You know he has plenty to say about that. Pat Bradley in studio right after the break. Plus, if you're planning on tossing out a line this weekend, you're going to want to stick around for this week's fishing report with Big Sarge. Stay with us.
You're watching Arkansas Sports Nation on Z42 with Jason Snavely. You're watching Arkansas Sports Nation on Z42.
Welcome back, guys. We're joined now by a good friend of the show, the Shooter, Pat Bradley. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Pleasure to be here with you, my friend.
Walk us through.
Yes.
Tuesday night. Pat Bradley, probably sitting on the couch with a cold one.
No, I was at the game.
Oh, you were there?
I was at the game.
Even
Tears
better.
down my eyes.
What was it like there, man?
It was amazing. From the tip, you could tell from the tip the energy and the intensity was there. And they make the first couple of shots. And when I saw Mardrakus Wade make his first 2 threes, I was so happy for him because I know how this throughout the season he's been trying to find it. So I felt like an older brother where there's just so much pride that, not only were they able to come out with that kind of intensity, but throughout the game, they didn't let up. Yeah. I mean, and it starts with defense with these guys, and it ends with defense with these guys. Their defense can keep them in any game, and if they make shots, okay, now we get yourself some big-time victories.
Would they hold them to 26 points or something in the first half?
Absolutely amazing. For a team that averages 74, 75 points a game.
Did you, be honest, did you see this coming from the Hogs?
What I've seen in the past 2 weeks is something that I've been waiting to see, because Coach Anderson's style that he teaches defensively is pressure. It's not necessarily full court press. It's pressure defense, but you got to trap and rotate. And I think now they're starting to understand that style. You got to understand, a lot of these guys, their bodies and their minds have never been through what Coach Anderson's putting them through.
Right.
He's only been doing it for a season and a half. So I've seen the past couple of games they're actually starting to understand that style of defense that he's asking them to play.
Now they're riding a bit of a high after that
Yes,
upset.
sir.
I mean, how do they capitalize on that momentum?
Well, first of all, they've got to understand that this wasn't a fluke. Certainly they made shots, and they haven't been able to do that all season, but they know they can shoot the ball, so it's not a fluke. They went out there and they physically whooped Florida. They were trapping, pressing, running all over the place. Now you got to try to take that on the road. Okay, so what you can take on the road is that kind of desire to play defense. And also, when you have guys like Cody Clark, Ja'Cory Williams, and my man Michael Qualls stepping up.
Right, Qualls was huge.
Huge. So you got those guys. Now, like I said, that defense will keep them there. You get a couple guys making shots, and Vanderbilt's a very tough place to play.
Right.
I mean, you get the benches on either side. You look up, you don't know where you're going, which way, what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see if they can take that intensity, which I think they can, and that's where it starts, man. It starts with that defense.
Yeah. It's coming off a big upset over the #2 team in the country. Let's talk about the huge upset last night.
Oh, terrible.
#1 team in the country. Take a look.
Well,
last second, you kidding me?
worst defense
Yeah, break it down,
I
Pat.
have
What
ever
just
seen.
happened?
Well, when you see that guy in the top right corner, first of all, he needs to be in help position. Not only that, here's what the rule is at the end of games. You switch everything, okay? If you want to play man-to-man, you switch everything. And you see these guys, if you watch that again, you'll see all 5 Indiana basketball players.
Yeah.
Oh, actually 4, because the guy on the ball, he's the only one that sees the ball.
Yeah.
So if you're playing defense, you have to have one eye on your man and one eye on the ball. And these guys have their heads to the ball. So first of all, they didn't switch anything, no good communication. Second of all, sometimes with .9, just get in the zone defense.
Yeah.
Get in 2-3, because the hoop, here's one thing I would be concerned about with .9. You might only have a chance for a lob to the basket. So you've got to protect the basket anyway. You know, I mean, so you push them outside the three-point line, but you leave out that big gap in the middle. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Coach Crane is an incredible, I mean, the guy is fantastic basketball coach. I'm sure he's probably coached his kids up, but leading up to that point, Indiana had given up like a 10-point lead in a matter of 3 minutes. So
Right.
I think there might have been a little bit of a shell shock. Like, what's going on here, guys?
Coach Bradley would have been riled up on that last
No
play. Let's
question.
talk some UALR Trojans. Right now, #1 in the
That's it.
West.
That's what it's going to take, my man. We talked about them getting to the NCAA tournament. And it starts with, just because this is going to be Sun Belt's a one bid league, everyone understands that, so you've got to win the Sun Belt tournament. And to go into that tournament with a top seed, you don't have to win 4 games in 4 days. They've done it before,
Right.
but it's tough. So they're positioning themselves to do it, and I love what Steve Shields does, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing the kind of guy. He's got so many new faces
Oh,
this year.
yeah.
And he's able to get these guys.
I've learned a
to
lot of
believe.
new names.
Yeah, a lot of names. Some are fun, some not that easy to say. But
Right, especially as the color commentator.
oh yeah, we have a great time with it. But he gets his guys to become unselfish. And when you have and he plays 10, 11, 12 guys
Yeah.
too, so it's good for a player to know that you're going to get in every game.
Now they got the weekend off, back in action on Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
Love Fest with their rival, Arkansas State.
I don't think there's going to be any love
There's
lost
not going
there,
to be
is
any.
there?
Should be a pretty good matchup,
Yeah,
right?
it's always a great rivalry. I'm going to be going up for that game too, and Coach Brady's got his squad right there, right? You know, it's UALR 1, Arkansas State 2.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot more at stake other than in-state rivalry.
Looking forward to it, buddy. Thanks for swinging by.
Always a pleasure to be
Appreciate
with you, bud.
Straight ahead, guys, your weekly fishing report with Big Sarge next on Arkansas Sports Nation.
You're watching Arkansas Sports Nation on Z42.
Welcome back, guys. If you plan on hitting the lake or river this weekend, you might as well head in with some tips from the big guy. Here's this week's fishing report with Big Sarge.
Hey, thanks, guys. Hey, I'm Big Sarge. Right now I'm at Arkansas Rod and Reel, which is off of Rodney Parham at the Breckenridge Shopping Center. It's going to help you catch and fish. I'm Big Sarge, and Joey, we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much, Big Sarge. Coming up after the break, we'll hear from you. How do you rank Coach Bielema's very first recruiting class at Arkansas? Your comments next on Arkansas Sports Nation.
You're watching Arkansas Sports Nation on Z42.
Welcome back, guys. Well, we've heard where many of the experts have ranked this year's Razorback recruiting class, but tonight we asked you, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rank the 2013 class? We asked and you spoke. Braden Jones, 10. Coach B has been on the job 2 months and has put together a top 30 recruiting class according to most recruiting services. Neil Porter, I rate the class an 8. I rate the coach's effort a 10. If we use the 2 remaining scholarships we have left for this year, I'll bump the class up to an 8.8 or 9. This guy will get it done. Tommy Brian McElroy, I'm going to give him an 8 and probably should give him a 10 based upon the epic fail that John L. left the program in from last year, and he only had a few short months to close out the recruits. Some of the recruits probably wouldn't have come here if not for him and the new staff. So all I got to say is woo pig suey. You can still get in the discussion, guys. Just head to Arkansas Sports Nation on Facebook right there. Drop us a line, or you can always tweet us at AR Sports Nation. That's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Thanks for watching ASN. See you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.
This has been Arkansas Sports Nation on Z42, sponsored by Wendy's and by St. Vincent Orthopedic Center. For the latest high school scores and information, log on to fearlessfriday.com or download the Fearless Friday app to your mobile device.